We're DINKS. We go to Trader Joe's and workout classes on the weekends.
We're DINKS. We get into snobby hobbies like skiing and golfing.
We're DINKS. We can go to Florida on a whim.
The internet is a fickle place, and sometimes different people end up as internet villains for the week. The latest people who are getting an internet pile-on are DINKS, a specific genre of TikTok user that has dual income and no kids, so DINK, and proudly posts about it on the internet. We're going to break down some of their videos and try to understand why their content is making people so angry. But first, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brad Polumbo, and I cover all the craziest stuff on the internet from a center-right perspective. And if you're new here, do consider subscribing. I would love to hit 100K before the new year. And if you get a kick out of this video, do consider dropping a like. Now, let's dive into it and see what these DINKS are having to say that's so upsetting to people.
We're DINKS. We're going to get asked daily when we plan on having kids.
We're DINKS. Of course we're going to go out to eat every night after work.
We're DINKS. We don't have to ask our family for financial help or to watch our kid when we want to go out.
We're DINKS. We're going to go to Costco and buy all the snacks in bulk that we want.
We're DINKS. We have disposable income to spend on whatever we would like and don't have to spend on a kid.
We're DINKS. I'm going to go to every football game and play 18 holes whenever I want.
We're DINKS. We're going to get asked to every single family event what we're doing with our life.
So I'm going to get to more of the videos in just a second, and even some of the comments, but I just wanted to point out some of the people in the comments noticed something kind of unrelated but hilarious. They were basically pointing out that he is a very average looking guy and a very beautiful looking woman, and shouting him out for that one. So no matter what you think of the whole DINK thing, give this guy some props, y'all. Give him some props. Here's another one of the DINK videos to help you understand this genre of content and why it's making people so upset.
We're DINKS. We go to Trader Joe's and workout classes on the weekends.
We're DINKS. We get into snobby hobbies like skiing and golfing.
We're DINKS. We can go to Florida on a whim.
We're DINKS. We're already planning our European vacation next year.
DINKS. We get a full 8 hours of sleep and sometimes more.
We're DINKS. We get desserts and appetizers at restaurants.
We're DINKS. We can play with other kids and give them back.
We're DINKS. We still do it 3 times a week.
We're DINKS. We spend our discretionary income on $8 lattes.
We're DINKS. We max out our 401ks, Roth IRAs, and HSAs.
We're DINKS. We don't use our kids or dog as an excuse to leave a party. We just leave.
That last one got a little TMI there. So let me read you some of the comments so you can get a sense of how people are responding to this. We're DINKS. We will die alone. We love being DINKS, but we ain't bragging like that. DINK life is fun for a few years, but eventually it's missing something. Nah, being a parent beats anything I could have done otherwise. Nothing compares. DINKS always trying to convince everybody that they're not suffering from an utter lack of purpose in life. We're DINKS. I'll never find real meaning in life or understand unconditional love. I'm a parent and still do most of these things, while also finding fulfillment in raising a great person. To each their own, so long as they're happy. So I wanted to explore why people got so angry over this content. And I think one of the main reasons is that it does kind of come off like they're thumbing their nose at people with kids and kind of bragging about how much better and superior their way of life is. And to whatever extent that's the message being communicated in this video, that's not cool. Yes, it's absolutely true that there are trade-offs involved with having kids, and some things you can't do once you have kids, or at least it's harder to do them. At the same time, there are also huge benefits to having kids that are totally overlooked in this genre of content, and some of the things they're claiming are DINK things they can do are things parents can and do all the time. Still, I can kind of understand where these DINKs are coming from. Don't love the name, by the way. Do not love it. But people who choose to not have kids, they really do face a lot of social and familial stigma and shame. And so I understand why they would want to kind of affirmatively defend their choices and their way of life and try to cast it in a positive light when it's so negatively reinforced from their community and around them. And I'm totally fine with people choosing to not have kids. I think you should live your life however you like. I think it's wonderful if you do have kids, and we obviously need people to continue to have kids for the sake of our population growth, but not everyone has to. And if you're someone who doesn't want kids or doesn't think that you'd be a good parent, honestly, we're all probably better off that you don't have kids. Now, is it selfish to not have kids? That's what folks like Elon Musk are saying about this whole DINK discourse. I don't necessarily agree with that at all. And his whole point about forcing other people to take care of you in your old age doesn't make a whole lot of sense. DINKS will just save money and then pay for nurses or retirement homes or anything. They're not going to be forcing anybody to take care of them. You know what? Even if it is selfish, I don't really think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with living your life how you want to live it according to your values and priorities, as long as you're not hurting anyone else in the process. And I also think that as a rule, people need to work on being less bothered by how other people live their lives when it's stuff that does not affect them. So I'm fine with the dinks doing their thing. I really am. At the same time, I do think they should tone down some of the obnoxiousness of their content. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I really want to know people's thoughts on the whole dink discourse. And let me know. I'll be reading the comments. I'm curious for your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, please do consider dropping a like or even subscribing to this page. I would love to grow and have you join this community. And with that, I'll see you all in my next video. If you're somehow not sick of me yet and you want more of my content, you can go here or here to check out some of my other recent videos and see more content like this.